Canadians are now being fingerprinted and having their phones searched at the border. For decades, the US-Canada crossing was the easiest, with no visas or tension, just open roads and friendly neighbors. But in 2025, that's all changing. What once felt like the world's simplest border now feels uncertain and tense. Are Canadians still truly welcome? Or is this the quiet start of something bigger? Something most people haven't noticed yet? Stick around until number 5. It's the one most Canadians still don't see coming. Before we start, hit like and subscribe. This isn't just a travel update. It shows how even the friendliest borders can change overnight. Number 1. The 30-day rule. Every year, nearly 1 million Canadian snowbirds escape harsh winters by traveling south to Florida, Arizona, and California. For decades, crossing the border was easy. 6 months without paperwork or hassle. But in 2025, that changed. A new U.S. policy now requires Canadians to register online with immigration if they plan to stay longer than 30 days. It's part of a bigger plan to track long-term visitors. The process is simple, but many travelers don't even know about it. And that's where problems start. Immigration lawyers report a rise in confusion. Snowbird groups are asking for exceptions. Some travelers have already received warnings. The Canadian Snowbird Association says this rule wasn't meant for tourists, yet it's being enforced on them anyway. The impact is clear. Statistics Canada shows vehicle re-entries from the U.S. dropped almost 32% this March compared to last year. Less traffic, more doubt. This isn't just about a form, it's a shift from automatic trust to quiet suspicion. For Canadians used to 6 months of freedom, the new 30-day limit feels not only restrictive, but like a silent test. Are you still welcome here or just tolerated? Number 2. Your phone is no longer private. It used to be simple. You'd show your passport, answer a few quick questions, maybe say where you're staying. For most Canadians, crossing into the U.S. felt like visiting a friendly neighbor's home. But in 2025, the border demands more: your device. Under U.S. law, border agents can search your phone or laptop without a warrant. They can look through your messages, photos, browsing history, and social media. You have no legal right to say no. A recent CBC report showed growing worry among Canadians. Travelers fear being flagged or denied entry just for their political views, religion, or personal opinions. One civil rights expert said it clearly: you're exposing your whole life, and it could be used against you. Now even the Canadian government warns citizens to expect digital searches at the U.S. border with no clear reason or explanation. This isn't targeted, it's wide-ranging. Even an old meme or joke could cause suspicion. In 2025, the U.S. border still welcomes you, but now it opens into a search bar. Number 3, Canada's academic warning. When Canada issues a travel alert, people listen. But in 2025, it wasn't just the federal government sounding the alarm. One of the country's most trusted education voices stepped forward. The Canadian Association of University Teachers, representing over 72,000 professors, researchers, and staff, issued a rare travel advisory against visiting the United States. The warning was clear and direct. It urged faculty to reconsider travel if they are transgender, racialized, politically outspoken, or part of any marginalized group. Why? Because of a growing pattern of harassment, invasive questioning, and unexplained detentions at the U.S. border. This isn't about politics, it's about protection. The advisory recommends wiping phones clean, limiting personal data, and preparing to be flagged, not for what you carry, but for who you are. It warns Canadians may face detention, intense questioning, or denied entry without clear reason, especially if they belong to targeted groups. In response, universities across Canada have quietly updated travel rules. Legal teams are involved. Conferences once routine in cities like Boston, Chicago, or New York are now questioned or avoided. When the country's scholars start steering clear of your border, it's more than travel worries. It's a warning everyone should take seriously. Number 4, the quiet pullback. Sometimes change doesn't make headlines. It's found in the silence. The quiet on highways, empty bus seats, hotel rooms booked months ago, but now canceled. In early 2025, Canadian visits to the U.S. dropped sharply. Vehicle crossings fell by 23%, and hotel bookings in border towns like Maine and Michigan took a big hit. One motel owner in Old Orchard Beach said it plainly: "We're seeing cancellations we haven't seen in years, and it's all Canadians. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about a deeper, unsettling shift in feeling. Tour operators near Quebec and Ontario report their clients aren't angry. They're uneasy. They don't want to risk being searched, flagged, delayed, or turned away. Not for a quick trip, not for shopping, not even for old traditions. So, they're pulling back. Quietly, together. The US-Canada border is still open. The lanes are there. But the trust, the "of course you're welcome" feeling, is fading. When everyday Canadians start saying, maybe not this year, it's more than just travel habits changing. It's the relationship itself shifting. Number 5, second-class treatment. If it's happened to you, you already know. It feels real. In 2025, Canadians with Middle Eastern names, South Asian backgrounds, or Muslim identity are facing a new level of border scrutiny. It's not written in any official rulebook, but it's happening. Longer interviews, more personal questions, deeper checks, and usually no reason given. There's no public statement or policy, but it's quiet, steady, and aimed more at some than others. Civil rights groups and legal experts on both sides of the border are raising red flags. This isn't about arrests or deportations. It's about discomfort that isn't shared equally. And now, it's not just about rules. It's about how people are seen. A recent AP NORC poll found that the number of Americans who view Canada as a friend or ally dropped from 82% in 2023 to just 66% in 2025. That's a 16-point drop in 2 years, and it says more than politics ever could. Being Canadian once came with a quiet promise of fairness at the border. But now, that welcome can change based on your name, your background, or simply who they think you are. Number 6, denied without reason. You can follow every rule, book your flight, carry a valid visa, show your return plans, and still be turned away. Just look at Jasmine Mooney, a Canadian actress and entrepreneur. In 2024, she traveled to Los Angeles for a business and film event with a valid U.S. work visa. But after crossing at the U.S.-Mexico border, she was stopped by agents and taken into custody. She spent 12 days detained. "It was dehumanizing," she told The Guardian. "No one would tell me what I did wrong, because I didn't do anything wrong." Jasmine was later deported and is now banned from entering the U.S. And she's not the only one. Dozens of Canadians say they've been denied entry without any clear reason. Sometimes agents say the travel plans feel vague. Sometimes they give no reason at all. There's no official charge, no appeal, just a black mark on your record, and a border that quietly shuts its doors. Flagged forever. In 2025, you don't have to break the rules to be turned away. Just making someone uncomfortable is enough. Number 7, once flagged, never forgotten. The most disturbing part of crossing the U.S. border today? You might never know why you were stopped. And worse, it might never stop happening. More Canadians are noticing the same quiet pattern. If you're flagged, denied, or questioned once, it often happens again. Not once, but every single time. Even with fresh documents, even years down the line. There's no official Canadian watch list, no email or letter to warn you. But travelers feel it in the way things change. The questions get more personal, the agent's tone shifts, and suddenly you're not a guest. You're a record. The Canadian government warns that U.S. border decisions are final, can't be appealed, and usually aren't explained. You'll never know what triggered it, and you'll never be able to clear your name. This isn't just about border checks anymore. It's about institutional memory. Silent, long-lasting, and nearly impossible to shake off. For many Canadians, the border no longer feels like a crossing. It feels like a system that remembers you, no matter how clean your history. And in 2025, that kind of memory might be the most dangerous thing of all. So what does this really mean? The border didn't close. For more and more Canadians, the border just doesn't feel as open as it once did. This isn't about one single policy or one frustrating moment. It's about something bigger. A quiet shift in trust. Am I still truly welcome there? That's the question now being asked from coast to coast. If you've recently crossed the U.S. border, we want to hear your experience. Your voice could help others see what's really changing. And if this video struck a chord, hit like and subscribe. Because today's border issues could define tomorrow's travel reality for every Canadian.